Good morning, everyone. How are you? I am Karen, and we are here with another live session today inside of our Plant Power Facebook group. So, today I wanted to talk about the concept of taking massive action versus taking passive action when it comes to the action that you're taking in your health and in your weight loss journey. So I was listening to a podcast the other day, and it was on this topic, and I thought it was really, really interesting, right? And I thought I would capture the essence of it and bring it to you here today, because this really does apply to the journey of getting healthier, of wanting to lose weight. All right, so I hope you find it interesting, and also if you stay to the end, I have a free gift for you, something that can help you take massive action for yourself. So please don't wander off, don't get distracted, don't listen passively, right? Listen actively. Stay with me here till the end and make sure you get that bonus, okay? Right, jumping on in, I hear you asking me, what do I mean by passive action versus massive action? So I'm going to walk you through what they actually mean, what I mean by that, and we're going to start with massive action. Okay, so simply put, taking massive action is taking action until you achieve the result that you want to achieve, okay? Until you find success. So a lot of time in the health or the weight loss space, I speak to people and they say, but I've tried all the things. You know, I've tried this diet and I've tried that diet, I've tried moving my body and the weight's not coming off, or the cholesterol's not coming down, or the blood sugar's not coming down, whatever the health result is that they desire. So essentially, they haven't achieved the result yet. And I get it, this can become incredibly frustrating for most people, right? You feel like you're taking action, but you are not getting the result that you want. And so with all this effort that you put in and no result to show for it, or very little result to show for it, because it's frustrating, it can lead to then giving up, right? And giving up means no longer taking action, right? And it becomes so much easier to quit on yourself when you feel frustrated like this. It feels so much easier to quit than just to keep going, right? It feels like you're not doing the right thing. And so massive action, taking that massive action, is that commitment that you are going to make to yourself to keep taking action until you get that desired result, no matter how long it takes, no matter how many hurdles or roadblocks you have to face. That's it. Simple, really. Massive action is the commitment to not quit. Now, I want to put this into a slightly different everyday example that I guess everybody can relate to. And this was an example used in the podcast as well. I thought it was very, very clever. So think about when you're driving to the supermarket, right? Totally relates to weight loss, right? So you may not think that, you know, you're taking massive action just by driving to the supermarket, but if you look at what actually happens, yeah, you are, right? You get in your car, you start to drive, now you hit a red light and you have to stop. But you don't panic, right? You recognize that hitting that red light, getting to a red light and having to stop, is just part of the journey of getting to the store. You know this before you even jump in the car, right? Before you even decide that you're going to go to the store, you know that that's a possibility. Now, is having to stop at lights and being delayed on your journey fun? Do we want that journey interrupted? No, we don't. But we just know that it's just a part of getting to the store. You just keep going. You hit more red lights and you just keep going. And you don't make it mean that you are a failure, that you'll never get to the store, that it's taking too long or any of that. Even if you hit really bad traffic and it takes you longer than you're expecting, you don't use that as an excuse to turn around and quit. Yeah, it may be frustrating, but you keep going. In fact, if your cupboard's are bare, right, you're willing to take as much action as you need to take in order to get to the store to get food, all right? Unless you do it online, but we're not talking about that, right? That is what I want you to do when it comes to your weight loss and your health goals, okay? When you set a goal, you are going to come up against obstacles. You're going to hit many red lights. You're going to have to stop time and time again. You're going to hit roadworks, maybe an accident. You'll have to take detours, find a different way. But you don't make a start and then decide to give up just because you hit one of these roadblocks. And what I see most people doing with their health and their weight loss journeys is making that start and getting about 3 to 4 weeks in, hitting that red light and going into panic mode, going into frustration mode, and then quitting. Right? They'll hit one little roadblock and make it mean that they are a failure, that they can't do this, it's too hard, they're no good. And they literally give up on themselves far too quickly to ever see the result that they want. You know, for some people it's not even 3 to 4 weeks. Some people it's 3 to 4 months. Some people it's 6 months. They feel like they've put all this work in and they're not seeing the result. Just keep going. And this is the reason most people are giving up in the case of their health and their weight loss. Sorry, let me start that again. The reason that most people are giving up in the case of their health and their weight loss is because they don't actually have any prior experience of going on this journey. Or maybe they have prior experience and they get to the same point in the journey, that same set of red lights, that same roadblock, and that's where they've always turned around and quit. Okay? But for most people, they don't know what roadblocks lie ahead of them, what challenges they're going to face, what is likely to slow them down along the way, or they haven't worked out how to get past those roadblocks and keep going. So instead, they feel like they're not getting anywhere, when in reality, these roadblocks or red lights, they're just part of the journey. And this is what creates that inner personal strength. So getting past these roadblocks is what creates our inner personal strength and our inner power in general in life. So with people who are successful, instead of making these roadblocks mean something, that they're not doing them right, that they can't do this, that they're a failure, they make it mean that this is just part of the journey and something that's going to make them stronger. Now, obviously, when it comes to going to the supermarket, you know, the reason people don't turn around and quit, for example, is because they do have prior experience of getting to the store. Most people have been to the store many, many, many times. We're confident that we know that we're going to hit red lights. We know there's probably going to be some traffic, particularly at certain times of day, certain days of the week. But we know we're going to get there. We have that confidence. We don't make all those delays mean that we won't get to the store. And so in the process of taking massive action in your life with regards to anything, not just health and weight loss, this can be with any goal that you have for yourself. Massive action is not just the process of taking action, but it's the process of anticipating that there are going to be the red lights, the traffic jams, maybe the accidents along the way. And the anticipation that you will hit them and you will find a way to get through them, that they are just a normal part of the journey, and getting past them, getting through them, finding a different way is what makes you stronger, right? You may not know what your roadblocks are going to look like, and that's fine. They'll be different for everybody, but anticipating that they will show up and committing to see the journey through despite them showing up is what we want, all right? Another way of saying it is like be willing to fail over and over again until you get it right, okay? Remember, some of the most successful people in the world have failed and failed and failed. Failed more than anybody. Michael Jordan said he failed over and over and over in his career, and that's why he succeeded. He didn't make his failures mean that he was a failure. He embraced failure as a necessary part of the journey to success. That, my friends, is taking massive action. Not being afraid to fail. Don't just try something once and give up. Keep going. Find a way. Most people try something once and then they give up. They'll try a diet once, or they'll, try something for a while and say, oh, it's not working, I'm failing. That's just taking action. Taking massive action is continually taking action and finding a way when you get to those roadblocks to get to the result that you want. Okay? All right. Are you with me? Thumbs up if you're with me. Alrighty, now let's jump into passive action. What do I mean by passive action? All right, a lot of people get this confused. I hear Cougar's getting it confused over there too, so. I see a lot in the health space, in the plant-based space, people who are wanting to change their diet, change their health, wanting to lose the weight. And they think they're taking massive action, but what they're actually taking is passive action. Or they think they're taking action of some sort, but really it's passive action. Now, passive action does not get you the result that you want. Passive action is about consuming information, right? It's consumption. Passive action looks like this. It might be doing your research, reading books, listening to podcasts, watching documentaries, speaking to people, studying, taking classes. And this is all really good stuff, right? Knowledge is power. But it feels like it's taking action, but really it's just consuming information, right? Unless we are actually acting on what we learned, we are still in passive action mode. It's like intellectual action. You are thinking about taking action. You are planning to take action. You have ideas about the sort of action you'd like to take. You probably even talking to others about your ideas that you have, right? About the actions that you want to take. But you don't quite step out of that phase of learning and absorbing the information and actually taking the action. That's quite a difference. And when you look at your goals, you need to stop and think, how much action have I taken so far? You might have signed up for a program, bought a book, read a book. You might have joined a group. You might, know all the things about how to achieve your goal, but have you actually taken the necessary steps to achieve your goal? I know when it comes to helping with some of my clients, I think sometimes some people think that they're doing all the things if they're not getting a result. But it turns out they're not actually taking the massive action. They're still consuming the content that I put out. So they're still eating too fast. They might be still overeating. They're eating when they're not hungry. They're still reaching for things like comfort foods. They're still eating some very high calorie dense foods when they know that that's probably going to inhibit their weight loss. They're still thinking about drinking the water. They're still thinking about getting enough sleep. And they know the actions that they need to take to get the result, yet they're not taking that massive action. This is what usually happens if any of my clients stall. Okay? So that it's not, and not doing something continuously is what gets you undone, all right? I want everybody to be doing their actions continuously because that is going to get them to the result that they want. And I see other people, obviously, who are not my clients doing the same sorts of things. They, might be consuming all my content as well, watching all my videos and reading all my posts. Hello, if that is you, I do appreciate you, absolutely. But, if they haven't actually taken the necessary steps to get them to the desired result, then they're still probably in that passive action mode. I hear a lot of people saying things like, oh, I know that information. But what I find is they're not actually following through, and they're wondering then why they're not getting the result. Most of the time, people don't actually realize they're not taking action. They think that reading and learning is the action, but no, that's not. That is not the action, that is learning. Action is about doing, okay? Doing something that's going to take you a step towards your goals. Thinking about eating less is not eating less. Thinking about making healthy meals and planning your healthy meals is not actually making and eating those healthy meals. Thinking about working out, planning your workouts is not actually working out. So thinking about managing your emotions as well, so that you don't comfort eat, so that you don't stress eat, is not actually managing your emotions so that you don't comfort eat or stress eat. Think about your goal for a moment and ask yourself, Have you taken massive action? If you have probably come up against many roadblocks. Massive action pushes you up against all sorts of obstacles, and it requires you to face failure many times, time and time again. Passive action doesn't put you in the face of any sort of obstacle. It doesn't require you to fail in any sort of way. It's not going to get you to your goal. You're not therefore creating what is possible in your life. So massive action requires you to potentially fail, often in front of other people too, all right? It puts you right outside of your comfort zone. That's what taking massive action is. Passive action is like hiding. It's not requiring you to fail. It's not requiring that you, step outside of your comfort zone. It is hiding behind your comfort zone. So I am going to encourage you to put yourself out there. Take massive action. Take those steps necessary. I want you to bravely face falling on your face and just see it as part of the journey to success. Because that, my friends, is how you get the results that you want. I hope you found that valuable. As I said, for any of you who held on to the end, and I can see 3 of you still here, thank you for watching, live that is, I have a gift for you, but it does require you to take action. There is no reward without taking action. I have created a fabulous 28-day planner and tracker that I call my Plant Power Planner and Tracker. Try and say that really fast 10 times. And I am going to give away the PDF version to anyone who takes massive action from watching this video, either live or on replay, and books a free, quick health chat with me, okay? I don't care when you're watching. It could be 6 months from now, 12 months from now. But if you're watching and you see me say this and I still have the PDF to give away, that is if I haven't scrapped it and come up with something completely better. But if you also book your free health chat with me, all right, crazy little girl here, book your free health chat with me. It's about 20 minutes long, completely free. I am going to send you the link to this fabulous 28-day planner and tracker to help you take massive action and keep yourself accountable to taking massive action with regards to your health and your weight loss goals. And this chat, this free 20-minute chat is for you if you want any sort of help, if you're struggling with things like transitioning to a plant-based diet, achieving your weight loss goals, or achieving your health goals, all right? So I will drop a link in the chat in a moment to book a free health call with me. Just bear with me. I'll just see if I can possibly do that now. No, I'll do it after we are finished because I'm worried I might stuff something up. Okay, so I'm going to put a link into the comments of this video so that you can book that chat with me. Once you click on that link, you're going to be asked a couple of questions as you book that call with me. So to get your free planner, I want you to add #FreePlanner into one of the questions that you are going to answer. I want you to answer the question, but still just add the #FreePlanner to it so that I know you've watched the video and I know to send you the planner, all right? And my dear friends, because this video will be going up onto Instagram later as well, for anybody watching on Instagram who wants to book a free health chat with me, please use the discovery link in my bio, and again, add #FreePlanner to one of those questions as well, just so I know that you have watched the video. And by booking this chat, we are going to uncover the roadblocks that have been standing in your way and we are going to help you get around those roadblocks and help you get on so that you can achieve your success. Okay, so I'm going to help you take massive action so that you can keep going and finally get to your destination. All right, so guys, I hope that was valuable. I hope you understand the difference that makes the difference to whether you achieve your goals or not. So winners don't not fail. They fail more times than anybody else. okay? They don't let failure hold them back. They keep going on in spite of failure. That is taking massive action. If you want to be successful in your health, in your weight loss, or any other goal that you set for yourself in life, let's create some massive action together. Okay, now, does anybody out there have any questions? Oh, Michelle and Lisa, I see you watching. You are lovely. Thank you. I'll pop my laptop down now so I can see the comments. Does anybody have any questions for me now that they want me to answer while we are live? Just pop it into the chat, and I will answer them. I am going to, I'm not seeing anything coming up, but I know that sometimes questions can take a little while to come up. No, I am going to assume that nobody has any questions. If by any chance something does pop into the comments after I have logged off, I will come and answer it a little later. So thank you for watching today, guys. I hope you got a lot out of that. Lisa and Michelle, I'm helping you take massive action every day. I love helping you take massive action every day, and I am hoping that there will be a few other people out there who would love to learn how to continue to take massive action as well. Okay, goodbye for now, guys. I will catch you next week.